live, and welcome. Welcome. I like to check my buttons, making sure we're going good. Welcome to Sunday's Spirituality Meets Politics. Thank you for joining in. I am Stacy Harder, and my mother, Dr. Heather Harder, is the one that will be guiding.
What was that?
That is called a text message coming into my MacBook while I am online.
That's really scary.
Well, lovely. When you're on and you get messages, they come through. So that's part of the game.
Okay.
All right. Would you like to take over?
I'm going to take one ear out, so at least I have one ear that will remain intact. Hi, welcome to our Sunday night conversation. For those who don't know, on Thursday night we do a spiritual conversation, and during one of our spiritual conversations, we started to talk politics, but there were people on the conversation for spirituality that didn't want to talk politics, even though politics will have the biggest impact on your life. So we decided to do a breakaway group, and every Sunday night at 6 p.m. Central Time, we do a conversation about politics and what we can do to enhance the process as we move forward in this world. We are public for our beginning, which is the calling in of protection, guidance, and truth, which is extremely important no matter what you're doing. Just always call in protection, guidance, and truth. There are divine forces on this planet that are eager to help you and protect you from things that you don't need to go through. And then our second portion is a little love, light, energy exercise where we're literally loving all those who are trying to interfere with the planet, trying to discredit what's going on, and that's public. And then we go private so that only those on the conversation that can hear the conversation. And that's really where the fun stuff is. We talk about what's gone on through the week and different reactions, and people always have additional insights. So if you're on the YouTube or on Instagram, please feel free to join us on Zoom. Our political conversation number is 831-755-38434. And that's every Sunday night. We're on that number. And hopefully you have a paper and pencil handy. And our Zoom for Thursday nights, the conversation on spirituality and conscious living is 428-733-218. And so please join us for one or both of those events. And then also throughout the week, I do other things as well. You can email me, heather@heatherharder.com, and ask questions, provide comments, and then hopefully join us on Zoom so that you can be a part of our little conversation. It's always fun, but in this time where there's so much fear mongering, so much misinformation, so much manipulation of what's going on, it's nice to have a place where you can come back and sort of touch base with reality. We don't tell you what to think or why you should think that way. We only give you skills to be able to filter it through your own discernment and know what you feel is truth, what you trust, and then also to share what other people have heard through different parts of the world and different parts of the country. We have, I think our most so far was 4 countries represented in one conversation. So, and it is surprising, or maybe not so surprising, to hear that what's going on in the US is happening worldwide. And so that's very important. How you go and call in protection, guidance, and truth is as easy as just asking for it. And as the Bible says, ask and ye shall receive. So as we ask the angels, ask God, ask Buddha, whoever your beliefs say, all are here to help during this transformation. It's a very important time in the universe as Earth transitions from a third dimensional consciousness to a fifth dimensional consciousness. And all those people who are here on the planet are assisting the process. So thank you for joining us tonight, and thank you for joining the Earth as we make this momentous move. Is there anything online, Stacy? Please feel free to jump in and add comments if there's anything from anybody.
Lots of hearts from Mafioso.
Oh, bless his heart. We thank him for joining us. And then the next thing is just the light and love. You are the core essence of who you are is pure light, pure love. It's a vibrational essence. It's what unifies you to all of humanity and all of the divine. And so by understanding that this force, this energy force, is yours for the playing, it is who you are. So sending it out, receiving it is exceedingly important. We have a lot of people on the planet. Some we know about, some we don't know about. Some are above ground, some are below ground, who are here to do muck. We call those people evil. That which goes against the flow of life, the natural flow of life, is the word live spelt backwards, EVIL, which is evil. It is not a judgment, it's a statement of fact. You are either going with the natural flow of life, or you are bucking the stream. You are going against the flow of life. And if you're going against the flow of life, you are embracing and enlivening that evil energy. It's important to understand that evil energy by design is self-extinguishing. You cannot keep up evil energy. You will consume yourself, consume your energy. So those who are evil have to do recruiting. They have to bring others into the fold. They have to keep bringing in more to energy, sustain them in the process, which is why we hear about sacrifices, why we hear about human trafficking, why we hear about blackmailing and mind control and all the other ways that we control other individuals, because they have to. The evil has to keep recruiting and bringing others into their evil ways. This week, one of the things that I asked and was told from my spirit friends, and for those who don't know me, I've written lots of books on various aspects of my spiritual journey, and I've been playing for over 30 years with spirit and enjoy a very intimate relationship. And so I have the privilege of being able to ask questions and get answers when I want. But one of the things that I asked this week is, what else could we do? I mean, we're playing with energy, we're doing all those kinds of things. What else can we do? And they said, be honest, in everything you say and do, be honest. That every time you lie, you cheat, you steal, and I don't mean you personally, but humanity. Anytime anyone in humanity does one of those deeds, we are literally feeding that process. And we'll start with a political system, so we're talking politics. We feed our political leaders more evil energy. So the more you don't participate in any of those lower energy activities, the more you stop the flow of that energy, almost giving permission to them to do it. So this is a week where we are going to commit, and I hope you commit with everyone else, that we're no longer going to lie, even on the little things. And sometimes those little things don't seem very important, but apparently they are. That we're not going to in any way cheat, shortchange. We're not going to do anything but being in total integrity all the time, so we don't feed that evil energy. And I thought that was rather interesting, because you wouldn't think that the actions of one person would literally give permission to the actions of others, but apparently it does. So with this in the process, what I would like you to do is just just imagine yourself as that energy force. And your imagination is a very important access point. So just imagine yourself being that love and light, and then go to center. Your center is an imaginary place where you are most connected to your divine forces, your divine connections. You have more help in your life than you can ever imagine. You have support teams of all kinds. I actually did a workshop understanding all the different supports that you have, whether you call them angels or guardians or whatever. It doesn't matter, because you just have more than you can fathom. So just imagine that when you go to center, it's like how you plug in your cell phone at night to recharge it. That's literally what you do when you go to center. You're recharging, reconnecting with your divine force, with your divine essence. And in that place, I like to imagine like a tube of light that I step into. And in this light, I'm bringing in the heavenly energy and sending it into the earth, filling every cell in on around this planet with this energy. We are bringing in, and by we, it's collectively, those light workers on the planet are the volunteers who said, here, let me help. And we bring in the heavenly energies and anchor it to earth. When you say the Lord's Prayer, we are bringing in heaven to earth. It's what we've agreed to do. And when you say the Lord's Prayer, it literally is a very important, very powerful affirmation of your willingness to serve this planet. So in that place, today we're going to highlight all those beings. As you may or may not be aware, we are in a war, a struggle between light and dark, between good and evil, between we're in the weather wars, we're in the biological wars, and we are being attacked from so many different fronts that as a human, my little mind can't comprehend it all. So we just give it to God, give it to whomever you believe in, the angels, doesn't matter, because they all play for the same team anyway. We get so caught up with the differences rather than just focusing on the unity. But if you will, in this moment, just literally imagine this force working to you and through you, and we send it to all those in the planet who are going against the natural flow of life. In whatever way they're manipulating the weather, they're manipulating our money, they're manipulating our jobs. In just the act of manipulation, they are trying to change the destiny of this planet. We're just going to love them. Imagine all those who are working against the divine plan. Our job is just to love them. We just love them. We don't judge them, because to judge them causes us to have to walk a mile in their shoes. Judge not, least to be judged. So we don't want to judge them. We don't want to deal with the issues they have to deal with. Karma will get them. Karma is the way the universe balances everything. So all we have to do is just love them. Love those who are trying to enslave humanity, who are trying to manipulate and control. Love those who are here to serve humanity, to help humanity. Love our heavenly helpers who literally keep sending love to the planet. And we're going to ask those that are here serving the planet that they expose the corruption. We can't heal what we don't recognize. And so the ugly part of what's going on has to be exposed, from human trafficking to child sacrifice. We know those things are going on. We have to love those who are doing it. Not that we support or approve the action, oh heavens no, but we love them without judgment. We have to create a space for them to step forward and tell their stories. Because if we don't, we'll never know the extent of it. We'll never expose what's hidden. We have to love those who are being blackmailed into submission, who are being bribed into submission, who are being mind controlled into submission. Not everybody is participating in this war voluntarily. Some have been manipulated and tricked, and we just want to love them. And then love those who trick them, love those who are manipulating, and see this love going all the way to the heart of the issue, where those that are hidden, those that we don't know about, are pulling the strings. And we're just going to love them in whatever form they take and whatever actions they take. Our job is just to bombard them with love. Love your enemies. Love those who would wish you harm. Love those who are doing their utmost to destroy this planet. I mean, even the Bill Gates of this world who want to to shoot things into our atmosphere to block the sun. Can you imagine? To me, that sounds so far-fetched and so insane. Talk about evil, talk about going against the flow of life. But our job is to love him and all those like him. We love those and ask that the divine intervention take place to protect this planet and its people. So only divine plan becomes manifest. In the end, good always wins out. And our job is to be that good, to be that love and light, and not move into fear. There's nothing to fear. Everything is according to plan. Our job is just to love them, love the plan, love those who are known, love those who are unknown. And let truth be known. And each of us claim the courage to be our best, the courage to face what we came to face, the confidence to take action according to our own inner guidance, and the trust to allow our inner knowing to guide our steps. This is not a journey that anyone can tell you the steps to take. It's about following your heart, following your own inner guidance. But that takes tremendous courage because you have to trust yourself. You have to trust your connection. You have to trust what you feel you're hearing. It's so important. And then for many of you, you have a destiny in politics. It's easy not to appreciate or support or love those who are in office because of their shortcomings. But if you don't like them, you have to be willing to replace them. And that means you taking the steps, taking the action that you're willing to take. That means you having the courage to move forward. As they say in the South, bless their heart. Be willing to be open to truth. Be willing to trust that everything is divinely perfect. And in this moment, we send all this love into the earth, into the atmosphere, into the mass consciousness, into all our political leaders, into all of our influencers, into all the media, whether they are talking truth or talking distortion. Our job is to love them. And finally, to open up your consciousness and send huge amounts of love to the weather. It is not natural, it is not normal for 43 of our 48 states to be under snowstorms. That's not nature. That's manipulation of the weather. And our job is just to love the weather and love those who are manipulating. And then open up your consciousness even further and accept the love that you're sending out. Whatever you send out must come back to you. That's universal law. So just be open to receive this love and light. Feel how it feels. It permeates every cell of your body and makes you that much more accepting, that much more able to love, that much clearer in your perception, that much more confident in your actions. And again, we give thanks to the creator of all things, great and small. And we give our appreciation for the opportunity to be on this planet during these exciting times of change. In all things, we are grateful. So be it. And when you're ready, just come back to the here and now. And when Stacy comes back, she can add whatever she wants to add or read any comments. And tell Mofioso that Zoom has phone numbers that are good all over the world. So even though he may not be able to plug into Zoom, but that's internet. He should be able to do internet Zoom. But they have international phone calls if he wants to call in as well.
I have to personally invite him.
I have to personally invite him? You're personally invited. That's it. Consider it a personal invitation.
Okay. One of the things he said that I liked was thank you, sending blessings and love to Mama Heather and everyone on the call.
My pleasure. Thank you, Michael. No, Mofioso, something like that.
Mafioso.
Or Mafioso. Okay.
Yeah.
Anything else that you want to share before we go private?
I just think that I love that love thing. Gosh.
Go ahead.
No one heard that, Mom.
You what? Did it jump? Was it as loud and obnoxious as yours?
Yeah. I don't know if it was before we started or what, but I just thought that was not by accident.
Okay.
I always just really enjoy that guided visualization, and it feels so aligned and important. And so I just want to thank you if you joined us for that and you're a part of that. It always is more powerful when we can do that exercise together. And right now, the earth, the people, the plants, the weather, the atmosphere, everything, extra love.
And every time you see weird things going on the planet, send extra love. You can't, you just help more than you can imagine.
And you can't make this up.
I know.
No. So it's daily surrendering of like, okay, what's next on my plate today?
And if you have a creative tent, anything creative comes from the spirit and comes from the soul, and so it's very powerful. So you can make your own political dance and become a YouTube star. Shakespeare took a real story of Romeo and Juliet and turned it into a play that he made a fortune on, that we're still acting out. But it wasn't his play, it was someone else's story that he turned into a play. So recognize that all this drama that's unfolding, you can turn it into a poem or a song or a dance or a book, because at least you can use these incredible things. And March is going to be very intense. March is not going to be getting easier. It's going to be getting much more complex. Lots of things are going to be becoming apparent during March. And so just hold on to love, whatever that looks like, whatever symbol you have for love. I'm surrounded by all kinds of things that remind me just to remember love. And it helps on some of those days when things are not quite stimulating your love buttons.
Well, that's why I wrap myself in a red sweater, put one of my favorite scarves on. I made my favorite tea. Like, go back to find the moments of just coming in, and it's intense. I got a comment on here from our Australian friend Gabriel. He's like, I might paint today because he's feeling horrible. So,
well, paint it and then post it. Again, share how you're taking the energy of what's going on and turning it into something beautiful. And feel free to send it to me and through any of the social media channels. But we can drain off this energy and convert it to something beautiful and creative and give it back to the universe in a new form.
Yes. I find dance is a really good way for me to help just release it from the physical, give it away, bring it in, and
whatever floats your boat, if it's through singing or dancing or writing or
look
whatever.
At that. So our friend Euros made your name like an acronym, right, Heather? So H is heavenly, E energies. So it's heavenly energies angelically transforming human experiences radiantly.
Oh, I love that. Feel free to send that to me.
I was just inspired to channel that, he said, from you.
And see, and that's really what we all can be doing, is divinely inspired to channel and transform the energy into something beautiful and unique and creative. And so thank you for that, following your heart.
It's beautiful. I like that.
I do too. Did you get a screen capture of it or something?
I did. Sometimes it's not always the best at coming through, so let me.
Well, if I meant to have it, I'll get a copy. Not to worry. Anyway, tell us when we're private so we can
talk. That being said, if you're watching us, feel free to join us on Zoom. We go into our private conversation because of censoring. We're not allowed to talk freely here. So, and to hold the space. So if you'd like to join us, feel free. Again, that's 831-7553-8434.
And you can go to the Zoom channel and find a phone number for your location around the world that you can join us if you would rather join us by phone. But this obviously is internet.
Yes. All right. So wherever you are, thank you for being who you are. Thank you for feeling the feels. Thank you for being on this mission / process together, because you're not alone. What you're feeling is not alone. Find a team. This is part of my tribe. We get to share this every week, both on Thursdays for spirituality, cosmic conversations, and then Sundays, spirituality meets politics, because let's be honest, government is in our face in every way, in every day, in every shape, from the food you eat to the seatbelt you thing, from the everything you put on your body, everything is regulated. So the time to bring in integrity into our political system is everything. So
and I want to also say that tomorrow night we're finishing up the energy workshop, and so Stacy can, if you want to contact Stacy. She can give you more information on that. And then on March 9th, we're doing the remote viewing workshop.
And
so,
real quick, what is remote viewing?
It's being able to take your consciousness out and send it deliberately to different locations and different experiences, both in this timeline as well as other timelines. That's the quickest summary that I can think of.
Thank you. I prefer yours over my summary, so thank you. If you're interested, all the master classes are $20 and it helps support, and we appreciate it. And they're usually 2 to 3 hours, and again, privately over Zoom. So we love you. Thank you so much for being who you are, and feel free to share. If you like, go to YouTube, Stacy Harder. If you like and subscribe, you can watch this on replay and do the guided visualizations, please, whenever you're feeling like, oof.
And on your YouTube channel are our Thursday night conversations, so you can watch them after the fact as well. Last time we talked about drama and how we play with drama. So you can watch that on your channel if they subscribe.
She's kidding. So, and that's the nice thing about YouTube is you can watch it in slow motion or faster motion. I like to speed up things because that's how my brain works better. So love and light. Thank you and blessings. And I look forward to connecting. Love you.